back with break 1103, and we're going to get right into this one. Here we go. Break 1103, the select one box pick your team plus random. So we're going to first randomize the two teams. We will first randomize the two teams, and then we will randomize the people to figure out who's going to be who, or who's going to get which of those two teams. And here we go. We're randomizing them 8 times. The Hornets and the Timberwolves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty, so it's going to stay right in the order that it was at the beginning, alphabetical. The Hornets and the Timberwolves right there. And now we have to do a randomization of the members of the Break Trader community in this break. And how this works is we'll randomize it as many times, and then the top 2 will be matched up. Alrighty, let's see how many times we're going to randomize this. Bounced out, doesn't count. Bounced out again, doesn't count. There we go, 7 times on that randomization. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Mr. CEO with the Hornets and Phil with the Trailblazers. I'm getting the teams loaded right now, and then we will rock and roll. Alrighty. Here we go. Appears to be the last break of the evening. Five cards per pack, 12 packs per box. Let's get started. Davis Bertrands of the Wizards, Emmanuel Quickley RC of the New York Knicks going to Ben, followed by Bam Adebayo of the Heat, a silver CJ Ellaby of the Portland Trailblazers going to Steven, and then PJ Washington Jr. of the Hornets. Next up, this one feels a tad thick. And it's thick with reason. Kristaps Porzingis of the Mavs, Zion Williamson of the Pelicans, a red, white, and blue Dante DiVincenzo of the Milwaukee Bucks headed to Michael. Then we have Harrison Barnes of the Sacramento Kings. Harrison Barnes of the Sacramento Kings to wrap up that pack. Except that is not wrapped up because we have an RJ Hampton, the 24th overall pick of the Orlando Magic, going to Phil. D'Angelo Russell of the Timberwolves, Cole Anthony RC of the Magic headed to Phil. Then we have Onika Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks going to Jordan. Following that up, we have a filler card, and underneath that is a silver Tyrese Maxey of the 76ers, followed by a courtside Kyle Lowry of the Toronto Raptors. That Tyrese Maxey of the Sixers to Mr. CEO. Kyle Lowry of the Raptors going to Melo. On to our next card right here. Bojan Bogdanovic of the Jazz, Andre Drummond of the Lakers. followed by an Oleksiy Pokusevski of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Red, white, and blue going to Mr. CEO. Lonzo Ball of the Pelicans. And then we're going to have an auto, and it is going to be a Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls, and that is out of 249. And that is going to Daniel. Terry Rozier of the Hornets, a James Wiseman RC of the Golden State Warriors going to Brooke, followed up by Brendan Ingram of the Pelicans, Nikola Vukovic of the Bulls going to Dan, and then Carmelo Anthony of the Trailblazers heading to Steven. We have Zach LaVine of the Bulls, Devin Vassell of the Spurs. Devin Vassell of the Spurs headed to Lucas. Bojan Bogdanovic of the Hawks. Woo-wee! A red out of 175. Die cut Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans going to Jax. Love those die cuts. And then we have Sekou Doumbouya of the Detroit Pistons heading to Mr. CEO. And we have 6 packs left, including this one. He came in like a mellow ball. That's the LaMelo Concourse at 1 for Mr. CEO of the Charlotte Hornets. Right there. And then we have a Cam Johnson of the Suns. And underneath that, we have an unstoppable Devin Booker, also of the Suns, going to Cody. Nice card right there. Followed up by an Oleksiy Pokusevski silver of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then a Zeke Naji of the Denver Nuggets. Zeke Naji of the Nuggets. And that is going to be going to Mr. CEO. 5 packs left in this break. Josh Green RC of the Dallas Mavericks, and we are going to Tyler, followed by Danilo Gallinari of the Hawks, a Therese Maxey RC of the 76ers. And that is going to Mr. CEO. Right there. And here we go. We have a very solid courtside right here. Just trying to figure out which one this is first. Alrighty. Out of 25, it is the Derrick Rose tie-dye courtside of the New York Knicks. Going to Ben. Cool looking card for sure. Could have used a better player with that. Brook Lopez of the Bucks. There's a few other Knicks that I might rather have than Derrick Rose, but Colin Sexton of the Cavs, Eric Bledsoe of the Pelicans, Kemba Walker of the Celtics, Brendan Ingram of the Pelicans. That's going to be headed to Jax, followed up by Drew Holiday of the Bucks. We have Aaron Naismith of the Celtics. Aaron Naismith of the Celtics going to Matthew. John Wall of the Rockets. John Wall of the Rockets headed to Dan. Xavier Tillman of the Grizzlies going to Michael. Then we have a filler followed by a Nikola Vukovic silver and a Udoka Azubuike courtside rookie. of the Utah Jazz to Mr. CEO. 2 packs left here. Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves. Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves headed to Phil. Followed up by Pascal Siakam of the Raptors. A silver courtside DeAndre Hunter. Getting a lot of courtsides tonight. And that is of the Atlanta Hawks going to Jordan. Followed by a Sadiq Bey RC of the Detroit Pistons. And then possibly our last memorabilia. It is going to be out of 99. That is Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards going to Jake. Bradley Beal of the Wizards headed to Jake. And we're on to our last pack in this break, 1103. De'Aaron Fox of the Kings. Malachi Flynn, RC of the Toronto Raptors, heading to Milo. Damian Lillard of the Trailblazers. A lime green Mitchell Robinson of the New York Knicks going to Ben. Followed up by a Denny Avdija of the Washington Wizards going to Jake. Alrighty, let's run these rookies down. We have Denny Avdija of the Washington Wizards headed to Jake. Followed up by Malachi Flynn of the Toronto Raptors going to Melo. Sadiq Bey of the Detroit Pistons to Mr. CEO. Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves to Phil. A courtside Udoka Azubuike of the Jazz to Mr. CEO. Xavier Tillman of the Memphis Grizzlies. Xavier Tillman of the Grizzlies going to Michael. Aaron Naismith of the Celtics going to Matthew. Aaron Naismith of the Boston Celtics to Matthew. Tyrese Maxey of the 76ers to Mr. CEO. Josh Green of the Dallas Mavericks headed to Tyler. Zeke Naji of the Denver Nuggets going to Mr. CEO. The Silver Oleski Pukusevsky of the Thunder to Mr. CEO. Devin Vassell of the Spurs. Devin Vassell of the Spurs going to Lucas. James Weissman of the Warriors headed to Brooke. Oleski Pukusevsky of the Thunder to Mr. CEO. A silver Tyrese Maxey to Mr. CEO. Onyeka Okongwu of the Atlanta Hawks heading to Jordan. Cole Anthony of the Magic going to Phil. CJ Ellaby of the Portland Trailblazers silver going to Steven. And then Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks heading to Ben. And with that, we're on to our featured cards. Our featured veterans, we had the courtside Kyle Lowry, the unstoppable Devin Booker, and the tie-dye Derrick Rose. Right there, Kyle Lowry of the Raptors to Melo, Devin Booker of the Suns going to Cody, and Derrick Rose of the New York Knicks to Ben. Then we have 2 rookies. We have the Kira Lewis Jr. red die cut, or maroon die cut, because that's out of 175 of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Jax. And then he came in like a mellow ball. Going to Mr. CEO. The base concourse LaMelo Ball headed to Mr. CEO. And then we had another veteran. This one, Bradley Beal, and that is 7 out of 99 of the Washington Wizards going to Jake. And then our 2 rookies to wrap it up. Out of 99, we have the RJ Hampton patch of the Magic, and out of 249, we have the Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls going to Daniel. And with that, folks, that is the end of break 1103, and we will be right back.